All right, so we don't want to keep you guys too long. We just wanted to go ahead and get a really good welcome and welcome everyone. So we will go ahead and get started. In this presentation, we will, of course, introduce your webinar committee, also talk about a schedule of events and introduce a survey that we would love for you all to fill out to get your input. The Member Relations Committee is going to go ahead and say hello as well, and then talk about some events and programming and then open it up for questions. So my name is Brianna Duncan, and I am one of the co-chairs on the webinar committee, and I'm going to allow Shelby to introduce herself as well.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining today. I am Shelby Keel, and I'm also one of the co-chairs on the webinar committee alongside Brianna. Thanks for joining today.
Yes, thank you. So we have some exciting new things coming up this year, and we would love for you all to let us know your thoughts. So if you don't mind completing the survey, I've dropped it there in the chat for you guys. I'll drop it towards the end as well. It'll also go out via email. We would love to get your input on different things that you would like to hear about this academic year, anything current event related, relevant to just school year, or of course, any kind of best practices or professionalism, we would also love to hear. It's a really robust survey, so just let us know all of your thoughts. You can also recommend yourself to be a speaker on the survey, so we would love for you to volunteer to join us in kind of bringing the content to the rest of SACAC. We do have several upcoming dates already reserved for our webinar, so be sure to keep these on your calendar. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be the theme running through the fall, and then coming up through the spring, we will update based on your preferences. So I'm seeing some notes about the survey being closed and not opening, so I'll work on the link and get that out to all the registrants here in just a few minutes. So I will fix that for you guys. But please take note of the dates here coming up and the times, and then we will get the information out to you shortly. I'm going to allow the Member Relations Committee to introduce themselves and then also go through their portion of the presentation.
Hello, my name is Ashley Young, and I am a college counselor at Drew Charter School. Happy to have all of you on the webinar today. I serve not only on the Member Relations Committee, I serve as a co-chair with Shannon on the National College Fairs Committee. I will turn it over to Shannon, and again, thank you so much for joining us. Happy to have you all today.
Hi there, everybody. I am Shannon Barrio, and I am the Director of College Counseling at Metairie Park Country Day School in South Louisiana. And I, as Ashley said, work with both Member Relations and the National College Fairs Committee. Christy?
Hi, excited to be with y'all today. My name is Christy Conley, and I am the lone only member of the Member Relations. That's my sole responsibility, and I'm excited to be with y'all and for us to share a little more with you about what Member Relations does and SACAC as a whole.
So welcome to all of our new SACAC members, as well as current members taking time out of your fall busy schedules to engage with us today. SACAC is a volunteer membership organization of over 1,300 professionals in 9 southern states and the U.S. Caribbean territories. SACAC strongly relies on individual involvement and collaboration to help support the SACAC mission to promote our professional growth and increase access to educational and college planning resources to help all students realize their post-secondary goals. Today, we will introduce the SACAC committees and programming offered, ways to volunteer and engage in your areas of interest and expertise, and professional development opportunities happening throughout the year. So we will highlight 11 SACAC committees here. The first is admission practices. Admission Practices Committee, it educates the membership about NACAC's Guide to Ethical Practices in College Admissions. They will send out kind of different points of best practices throughout the year and in ways to engage. Next, we have Advancement. Advancement works to build partnerships that support SACAC programming financially. If you have experience in alumni development, fundraising, sales, and marketing, the Advancement Committee would welcome volunteers. I think that that would be a great fit for you all. Of course, our annual conference is in April. This year, it's going to be April 3rd through 5th. And we're in the process of gathering proposals. The deadline to submit a proposal is October 18th. This is a great way to engage with the broader SACAC network at the annual conference. If you've been a member for a little while, you are familiar with our communications committee. They send out the fabulous new What's Happening, What's New Wednesdays. That just kind of gives you what's coming in the next week. You'll also see them send out the Southern Scope blog. That is a blog that you can send in publications to be submitted for the SACAC blog. And my favorite is browsing the job opportunities and members on the move, just to see what everybody's up to. In addition to the co-chairs of the communications committee, there's also a state liaison for each state for region-specific communications. All of these connections are listed on the SACAC website. If you'd like to reach out to your state communications liaison and coordinate on a project, they'll welcome your input. And then the Government Relations Committee. This is a fun committee to get involved in. It informs membership on educational and college access legislation at the state and national level. It also will connect members with legislators. There's usually a spring legislative day in each state where you will go to Capitol Hill or the capital of your state and advocate for education policy. You'll get briefings first. It's a way to sit in on education committee meetings and kind of understand what's happening in the legislature regarding education. And NACAC has an advocacy meeting every, I believe, January in Washington, D.C. SACAC is the largest affiliate, and we usually have a really strong showing for the NACAC advocacy meeting. So if you are able to attend, that's a great opportunity to get involved.
Thanks, Shannon. We want to talk a little further about grants and fiscal oversight. Really, that portion of SACAC is where we support members and students to increase access to college counseling, educational resources. There's a lot of opportunities there for the Counselor Participation Fund. So if you work for a school that maybe doesn't have the funding to send you to some of these great events and programming that you see on your screen, we want to make sure that you're aware that there are funds available for you to apply to see if maybe you could get some additional funding to be able to attend those events. Extending the Dream also falls under this umbrella, which is where we promote special projects in local communities. We also support the Horizon Award through grants and fiscal oversight, which are scholarships for students and counselors. And we also want to make sure that we talk through, on the other slide, you'll note there's an inclusion, access, and success that's listed. And if you could just click on that link, I want to make sure that you guys saw the email that went out. If you'll click on inclusion, access, and success, there's a link attached to that. Okay. I'll put it in the chat because we wanted to make sure that everybody kind of saw the email that was going out of what they have going on this year. And they are going to have lots of different things. They have mini camp college summer series that'll be happening. They have book club series that they're going to be hosting this year. And those sound very interesting and would be great professional development, personal development. So we want to make sure that everybody has access to know what that particular committee has going on, because as you can see, they have lots. And so they are charged with creating programming and access to resources focused on college preparation and admissions for application processes. They want to outreach to schools and students that lack a structured college planning program. And again, they want to do virtual book clubs, annual conference service projects, and help really focus on Camp Mini College, which is a great resource as well. As we are member relations, we also want to share what we do. We're in charge of membership, which is all encompassing in many ways of SACAC. We want to make sure that people understand what they get with their membership and that they know how the renewal process works and taking advantage of what they are paying for with their membership. And so we do have other subcommittees that report under us. There is the mentorship committee. And when you got your SACAC renewal, I hope that you saw that there is a link for the mentorship committee on that email link. That's included there, and the mentorship has open applications that'll be starting in October. And what they've done is they've changed it from a mentor-mentee relationship to really what they're calling a pod. And it's really where people just come together in a group and look at information and discuss topics that are important to them, and maybe look for feedback and resources within their pod. And so again, be on the lookout for that information, because it's going to come out in October. And Kalia Brown and Allie Pearson are really coordinating that, along with Evan. And you can email them at mentors@sacac.org, or again, you can find their information on our website or in your renewal email. We also have the Public School Counselor Initiative that falls under us. Oh yeah, and we have linked the form on the presentation as well, and want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. We also have a volunteer form. So if you're hearing about some of these committees and feel like it would be a good niche for you and ways for you to get involved, we definitely want you to fill out that volunteer form so that you can tell us what areas that you're interested in, and so that we can try to find ways for you to engage and become a part of membership. We also want to make sure we talk about the NACAC fairs. And if you'll go back to that third slide, there is a link for all of the NACAC fairs so that you can be aware of what those dates are as well. I think I can put that in the chat too, because we want to make sure that people are aware those dates are going to be really started August the 29th from now until November the 14th. We want to make sure that people have access to that information so that you can promote that with your students and within your school, and on your university if you're on the college side. And then as we go into the slide just before this one, if you could go back for us, we want to make sure we talk a little bit about those specific professional developments and events and programming, like the state meetings. We have that linked on as well, so that you can know particularly what date your state will be meeting. Those are great meetings for you to attend, to learn more about what's happening in your state, in your community, and really to talk with others about things that are locally occurring. Offers ways for you to network and have professional development regardless of membership or not. Non-members can attend state meetings. We hope that you will do outreach to promote that to people that maybe aren't members of SACAC that would benefit, particularly in your state. We'd love to see our state numbers grow and provide resources for people that aren't currently members. And then it also has drive-ins and has great ways for you to advocate for your particular needs on either side of the desk in your particular state, which we can have at a larger meeting for SACAC and then nationally. We also want to talk through annual conference, which we are excited about and is really one of the big highlights for SACAC. That's going to be on April the 3rd through the 5th, and that's going to be in Orlando. And we want to make sure we make a plug that everybody's aware that session proposals are due Monday, October the 18th, and always looking for fresh ideas and proposals. And so we want to make sure we give that plug that people know that any member can apply to submit a proposal, and we'd love to see a good number of those this year.
So a couple of the other professional development programs that we have, and we just want to go into a little bit more detail about our Dry Run, is a summer program for new admission counselors. It's usually around July, and there will be calls for faculty members as well. So if you are a seasoned admissions professional or a high school counselor, you can put in an application to be on the Dry Run faculty. It's a really great time to come together and collaborate and meet some new admissions counselors. Similarly, the summer seminar is for college counselors on the high school side. In the same way, there's going to be faculty applications available to present to new college counselors on the high school side. If you've done Dry Run before and summer seminar and you've been in the profession a little while, there is an opportunity called SACAC Leads. The deadline is approaching to apply. It's October 29th. You can get more details on the SACAC website, but this is an opportunity to progress in leadership through SACAC. And the Sweet Tea Tour is a college tour for college counseling professionals. Our last tour was the summer of 2019, and 2020 and 21 passed us by quickly without being able to travel together. But we are very excited that the summer of 2022 will bring back the Sweet Tea Tour. We are going to be beginning in New Orleans, Louisiana, and touring colleges throughout Louisiana and Mississippi. Usually that application to be a member of the Sweet Tea Tour opens around February. So look out for that in February of 2022. And then again, the webinars that we mentioned earlier are planned monthly.
Excellent. Thank you, Christy and Shannon. I'm going to talk a little bit more. This is Ashley Young, talk a little bit more about ways to get involved. So just to kind of connect the dots here, as you've been hearing about our conference and dry run and summer seminar, all the great programs and events that we offer in SACAC, we want to make sure that you all get involved. One way to really meet other people and network and learn more about what the organization can offer, not only you, but certainly to your students as well, is to get involved. And so we are always looking for volunteers. There's actually a form that you can complete. And we want to make sure is that in your area of interest. So for instance, if you have a special interest in government relations and you want to help plan the Georgia Legislative Day, or excuse me, I'm so used to saying Georgia Legislative Day, but want to plan the legislative day in your state, we want you to feel empowered to reach out to your legislative day co-chairs and serve on the committee. If you are passionate about college fairs, we would love for you to reach out about serving as a volunteer to help coordinate college fairs and serving on that committee. Say, for instance, you're super passionate about training admission staff and you want to join the dry run staff or committee rather. So there are so many ways in which you can get involved. We certainly suggest starting with the committee first to see, again, which is going to be the best fit for you based on your interests. So please reach out, complete the volunteer form, and they will get you connected with either the co-chairs or the folks who are involved in that particular capacity so that you can either serve on a committee or start to serve in a leadership role. We would love to have you. So volunteering is, again, a great way to get involved. We just want you to engage with folks. So that's maybe a little bit easier for some than it is for others. But we are only as strong as our members. And so we ask that you plug in and meet members from all sides of the desk. One very easy way to do that is through our annual conference. So if you attend our annual conference, take advantage of the happy hours, take advantage of the events that are happening, especially if you are a counselor on the CBO side. Plenty of colleges will have events to tell you more about their colleges. And so that's a great time to meet people in SACAC and just begin to make friends here and there through your conference sessions, through the dessert breaks and such. And so there's so many ways to engage. We highly encourage you to take those social moments and continue to make those good lifelong friends, which a lot of us have. I do have a couple quick anecdotes because I think that that's what helps bring this information to life. So even, when it comes down certainly to that next job and that next job opportunity and connecting with not only people but people who know you, it's a good way to secure that next job. And I can say my last two jobs that I was able to secure at Georgia State Honors College and here at Georgia, here in Atlanta, Georgia, with Drew Charter School have all been through connections in SACAC, networking. And so it is a very strong network of movers and shakers. And so we highly recommend that you continue to get engaged because it could be perhaps one way that you land your next job. So keep that in mind, but continue to stay engaged, continue to volunteer. And then lastly, we have promote. So to serve our membership, we want to attract members from a variety of backgrounds and experiences. So please share with other professionals how SACAC has shaped your professional path. I always tell folks, even my family knows about SACAC. I'm always talking about it. Obviously, serving as a board member now, they get to know all of the great things that I've been afforded. But we just ask that you promote. Obviously, our website, sacac.org. We have an amazing Instagram page that has all of the updates. So highly encourage you all to check your social media, get connected with us via social media. And then of course, through our executive assistant, Miss Diana McPhee. She is amazing at pushing out information for all of our committees. And so if you're on the listserv, be sure to check those emails. There's always information coming out. And if you feel like you're not getting enough information, or perhaps you need more info to help make sure that you are in the know, just reach out to any of us and we're happy to get you all connected. So again, we want you to get involved, volunteer. Again, there's the form. We want you to stay engaged. And once you volunteer and get engaged, we hope that you will be more likely to promote the organization and to get connected with us in other ways. So I'm going to turn it over for questions, and we look forward to knowing what are some of the ways that you all would like to get involved, or what are some of the ways that we can help you.
Thank you, Ashley. If anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them here in the chat or the question and answer box in the next few seconds here. If not, of course, you have the email contacts for both of our committees, and we're happy to answer any questions that arise here in the future. All webinars will be recorded and sent out via email. And also there's a YouTube channel with the previous webinars that we posted. So be sure to check out that site as well. And we'll be sure to include all of the links included in this presentation with that follow-up email. Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing everyone soon. Have a great week, guys.